Today we're gonna be painting my favorite body part, the butt. I'm just kidding. I wanna do a nice green and blue, and we're gonna see if this turns out to be amazing or the worst thing that you've ever seen. And if it is the worst thing you've ever seen. So what I'm gonna do is take some yellow paint and put it on the page. What is happening right now? I put it right here, like this. And I'm also gonna take some white paint and mix that in there. Where's my white paint? Oh, wow. Something happened to my eyes for a second, because it's literally right here. I'm gonna take a damp paintbrush. It's gonna make it look a little bit skin toned, very porcelain. Now, when I feel like I don't have enough paint, I just dip it in some water and act like I do. So I'm gonna take a paint color and mix it with the paint that's already on here. Watch me open this for the first time, like opening a fresh pack of gum. Ugh. Oh, it's excited. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry you had to witness that. And now I have this sort of nice neutral pink. I'm gonna use this very lightly over the places of the skin that are either folded or pop out. When I'm painting on paper, I kind of have to re-stretch the paper out. It's really thin material, whereas canvas, you can use as much water or paint on it as you want to and it won't bend. Unfortunately, this is what I have to deal with. I'm gonna continue with this pink color, maybe even up into the eyebrow. I want it to be very watery, for me at least. I just feel like it makes it easier to maneuver. Now I'm gonna start at the creases of this body part and make those a little bit pink too. If it bleeds, I don't care. All the places that this body part would crease, that's exactly where I'm putting it at. Personally, I think that painting is such a beautiful use of time, and you should never rush the process. I actually love to wait for paint to dry. Anyways, like I was saying, the paint is dried. That was actually so fast. How did that happen? So we see that some parts of this are pink, some parts are less pink. That's fine. I'm just gonna layer it again and see if we can get a little bit more pigment this time. I'm really gonna go in on the creases this time and make them very prominent. I'm gonna take some darker color. I'm gonna keep this pink here, but I'm gonna mix it with a sort of orange-brown color to create shade. The shadow you can try to be like very shy with. It's gonna bite you in the butt later. So you're gonna wanna be bold with the shadow. That's what's really gonna make the entire project leak out of the page. We really want to move with as many paint strokes as we can, and that's gonna create the illusion that it's something other than a paintbrush to a piece of paper. I can even add some more here. Very lightly, put my paintbrush in some water and really feather that out. So I'm gonna take some brown and put it right here. And you'll see where that comes into play in a bit. What I like to do is I typically mix all of my colors as I'm going, the yellow, brown color, and I'm gonna take a small brush and see if we can't work some details in there. Now these aren't gonna be great big details, but they're gonna be enough that you can finally start to see more of the picture come to life. I'd honestly probably use this to do my eyebrows with makeup. I'm gonna take this and start to create some fine line details, and that's gonna make this painting come to life way more. The thing about making creases on a body part is, take my hand for example. If I have this crease in my fingers on my knuckles, whenever I paint that, I want to draw a line initially, and then I want to sort of shade up and shade down, and that's going to create the illusion of depth. That way you understand that it's not just a line, but it's actually a fold in something. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm creating a line, and then I'm going to dip my paint in some water to dilute it and just shade up a little bit like this. And now that creates a type of depth that you wouldn't have had otherwise. The best part about a painting is that wherever you feel like it needs the paint, that's actually where the painting is calling you. It's drawing you to add this to me. I need this to make my entire picture look better. Now for the under part of this body part, I'm gonna make my lines a little bit finer into the brown and into the water and create this very diluted brown. I'm sure by now you can see what this body part is and how all of the different colors actually come together to make this beautiful picture. Picture, 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 picture frame. Now you want to use darker colors that make the painting look like it could be black. So right here, I could have used a black, but it would have been not only too much of a high contrast, but after you put black on the paper, there's nothing much darker than that. So you want to save it for the extreme details. My favorite thing to do is paint with the paint water. I'm gonna do this to create a little bit of a gray shade, just enough to give you more of a picture of what the painting actually looks like. Now that we have majority of the skin color there, what I'm gonna do is start to add actual colors that I want to use. So as my paintbrush sort of runs out of the paint that I dip, I'm gonna keep working my way towards the center to create depth so that it sort of naturally shades for me. Then I'm gonna work in with my next color. And I'm gonna put that just on top of there. I'm just gonna rinse and repeat until the painting comes out how I want it. I have a base color here. It's very two-toned. What I'm gonna do is take some white on my brush, sort of work that in. Very lightly, but enough to notice, and then watch what that does. I'm gonna go back into this brown color that we used for the skin earlier and see what that does. Ooh, that created something cool. Now I'm gonna go into this orange color and just put it towards the center. And when it mixes with the green, it almost looks like another version of brown. Now I'm gonna go back into the blue and reintroduce that to the perimeter. Take some more and do some dark lines on the inside like this, leading into the rest of the colors from the outside. And watch what that does. Now can you see it? And now we can finally add some black. Again, you don't want to use black unless you absolutely have to. Magnificent, amazing. I'm gonna take the rest of those dark colors, mix them with a little bit of brown that I have, create this gray over the part that we've already done, and let that bleed off into the rest of the eye. It's a pretty cool gray color, and let's see if I can add some more color under here like this. I'm gonna take that color and use it to make a little bit more detail here, right where we're missing it. Where's my other paintbrush? Now, of course, you're asking, oh, what about the eyelashes? Would you give me a second? Hello, I'm looking for you, cutie. Where are you? So I handmade this detail brush. I didn't have one. Ah! I found it. She may look ugly, she may look crooked, but I promise you she gonna get the job done. Alright, right here. This is my girl Shelly. What I'm gonna do is take a little bit more of that black, just literally like a little bit. To make the perfect eyelashes, you want your black paint to be very watery, and I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna start from the outside. You can create these beautiful fine lines. Now, this isn't meant to be something special and fancy. You just want to make the details. If you are taking painting too seriously, either you're in art school or somebody convinced you that it's supposed to be something serious. Either way, when you paint, it's supposed to be more therapeutic. It's supposed to be for fun. If you notice you're taking yourself too seriously, walk away from it for a little bit. Go do something else, then come back to it so you enjoy it. It's not something that you have to do. It's something that you get to do. Remember that. The only thing that we're missing now is our finishing touches, which is our white color. I'm gonna take a brush and we're gonna dip it in some white. I'm gonna start off with the skin first. I probably should have done this before, but it's fine. Here, I'm actually just gonna go over it like this and then repaint it. The light sort of falls on the top of the eye and the bottom of the eye, so I'm gonna try to match that. This is the finished product of my favorite body part. Did you like the way that I trolled you in the beginning of the video? Well, you can't take a joke. Calm down. Everybody loves booties. And everybody loves eyes. If you've learned anything, children, teenagers, and adults, and elderly, whoever you are, to make something actually come to life on a piece of paper. Add a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense until it does. Follow me on TikTok at _myla.apple_ on Instagram. Hit the subscribe button and comment if you would like me to paint your eye next. Bye!